The heat is on. It's getting hot. People are starting to burn up, and their lies are expanding. Now, this video was not originally about Bart. He just came up a few minutes ago, and I'm not taking the bait. And I advise everyone else not to take his bait. He seems to be getting more desperate. People really need to learn this. This is a problem in our society, especially online. When you take somebody's bait, when you give them attention for doing something bad, you're only going to reinforce that bad behavior, and you'll just get more of it into the world. Now, how to handle this is a tricky situation. How am I going to handle it? Well, I'm not going to actually talk about all the stuff Bart's doing. That only feeds people's curiosity. That's what he wants. I'm just going to say, just ignore him. Unsubscribe to him so you're not getting the notifications. But YouTube will still put his videos over on the side, recommended, because YouTube knows you've been watching this guy. You must really like this guy. And to other YouTubers, especially the big YouTubers, which he wants, like Vegan Gains, stop making videos about him. And Happy Healthy Vegan, don't start making videos about him. He is just like all the other carnivores. They're attacking us. They want to consume our community. That reminds me of that clip I put in my last video yesterday. It was near the end, like at 13 minutes in, so maybe some people didn't see it. Yeah, some of the 90 people maybe didn't see that part.
It's like taking candy from a baby, boys and girls. I hope that you will continue to share your sensible opinions on my comment thread. Those of you that are not sharing sensible, considered opinions, I hope you continue to do that too. You don't seem to realize that all you're doing is helping me. That's all you're doing. Okay? Why is everybody so fucking stupid?
On to the second part of my video. This is C-SPAN 3. Now don't let that turn you off. This is some fun stuff because we got people calling in. It's just like YouTube, like in the comments, only better. We get to hear them. 3 different numbers for different types of people commenting on today's beginning of impeachment hearings. So I tune in, and this is what I hear.
Stand behind this president because for the first time in a long time, we have a good president.
What? Okay, this bitch is trying to tell us that Trump is the good president in recent times.
We have a good president. 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 We'd be ashamed of what they've done to this country, and it hurts me to see this.
He is not even a president. This morning, he was on Twitter with me. That's not a president. And now he's not tweeting at all, which means he's probably out golfing. Or like I said on Twitter, he could be watching reruns of Dancing with the Stars. He doesn't do anything, people. It's an illusion. Well, actually, he's done some things, and we're hearing about that in this impeachment inquiry.
We have a good president. And like I said, I was a Democrat at one time.
What do you think the Republicans on the committee should do today?
Well, things just don't add up. You don't holler impeachment from day one and go.
Things are really adding up. Not just in this scandal here with Ukraine, but this whole scandal adds up with all other scandals, and it all adds up to Russia.
Things just don't add up. You don't holler impeachment from day one and go after this man like they've had. And then now they want to, they can't find anything, but they keep going from one thing to another.
They can't find anything. That's total bullshit. The Mueller report is 400 pages of stuff. Why they didn't impeach over that, I don't know. Maybe because, it's 400 pages of stuff people don't want to read or understand. Well, this is really simple. This is a phone call with clear bribery, and people can understand that.
They keep going from one thing to another.
And we wouldn't have to keep going from one thing to another if there wasn't always one thing or another illegal activity that Trump is perpetrating. And if we got rid of this guy a year ago, we wouldn't be going through this.
And I think that is so sad for this country. Our forefathers would absolutely be ashamed of what they've done to this country.
Okay.
The Republicans. And did you hear this old hag say that she was once a Democrat? Oh, one time. Well, it's kind of like, I was once a vegan. I was a vegan for 3 years and it ruined my health. It's all bullshit. Bitch, we're not buying your lies. They have to go into the past or the future. This is what these conservative right-wing assholes do to try to make Democrats look bad. She's got to go back to our founding fathers and what they would feel. Well, we got people today who are leaving the Republican Party because they are ashamed of them. No one's leaving the Democratic Party. There's no reason to.
Country, and it hurts me to see this.
It's the ultimate Trump flip. She's saying Democrats are hurting our country. No, they're doing what they have to do. It's their job to have this impeachment because it's called for because of what Trump and his administration are doing. They are the ones that have hurt our country. This Ukraine scandal has hurt United States national security. And he's done a lot of this stuff.
Rossville, Georgia. Terry, good morning. Hi.
Hey, how you doing today?
Fine, thank you. Go ahead.
Here's an independent.
Well, I believe the inquiry is going to give a lot of...
What the hell is she wearing? Women don't know how to dress today. Like kids. Okay, one more. So I was listening to this, looking for something to record, and the Republican line comes up again. You can just take any Republican and show complete bullshit. It's like they're all the same now. It's wow. And I realized, yeah, I can just record this without even hearing the whole thing, and you can get my live reaction to it without having heard it first. Because you know it's going to be bad.
From Stockton, California, Republican line. Rob is next.
Well, you can start this. I'm so disappointed in the...
That's interesting. I'm going to pause there. Stockton. What I most think of when I hear the word Stockton. Wow, it was like... It was 30 years ago. And I said back then, we're always going to remember. I will always remember the city of Stockton for one thing. It's a really... the place has been like destroyed. It was some kind of shooting. That was years before the school shooting phenomenon.
Well, you can start this. I'm so disappointed in the Democrats, and you can tell this is a phony, disgusting deal.
Now I remember hearing this. This is the reason I'm making this video. That line right there. I've talked about this before. That when people are lying, especially in politics and our health community, diet vegan community, people use hyperbole. They exaggerate and they repeat words. And they use exaggeratory adjectives. And you know who else does that a lot? Trump. He does it all the time. He says words over and over, repeats lines, exaggeratory words. And the reason a person does that in their mind, they are going overboard because they are consciously trying to trick you into believing it. If you just say something that's true, you don't go overboard to sell it. And here's a perfect example. Yeah, he's disappointed. Yes, disappointed. No, he's against them. It's all politics. He's following the party line. He's just against Democrats because maybe they point out racism, maybe it's taxes, maybe it's the abortion issue. The Democrats are not doing anything wrong. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing in this situation. They should have done this a year ago, but they were too afraid to do it. Just like all the Republicans, too afraid to stand up to Trump. You know, none of them wanted Trump to be president. They all hated him.
Disgusting deal with Adam Schiff. Go back.
Disgusting. I've never heard someone say that twice in a row like that. And I don't even know what he's talking about.
They're trying to impeach him on the Russians now. Notice that the ball game shifted because Mr. Shifty Schiff does not have anything on that. Mueller's report
is 450 pages of stuff on that. I just remembered there's more that I have to show you. If you're still not convinced that this guy's a total bullshitting asshole, his last sentence tells you.
And they're still trying to impeach him because a couple of idiots in the Democrat liberalism is a mental disorder.
Okay, let's go to Juanita, Conway, South Carolina, independent line. Hi.
In this case, listening to some of your callers, it's very evident to me that none of them studied civics in high school and don't know very much about the Constitution or our political system. I think maybe they need a refresher course.
And here's another ass who's trying to pull that manipulation. I was once a Democrat. And that tries to get you on their side as if they are not biased. I don't call myself a Democrat. A few things I don't like about the party, but you have to vote for somebody.
I mean, I was a Democrat. I will never vote a Democrat again, okay, because that is the swamp, okay? Instead of...
He doesn't sound like a Democrat. Just the sound of his voice. That's not a Democrat. Calling them a swamp and then siding with the Republicans. Trump spoke on the White House lawn, and he admitted to the phone call and what he did. And this is not the Democrats saying this. There's a bunch of high-level people who are not in politics that are saying that what Trump did was wrong and weakens national security.
Where is it? He didn't get it. They did the whole objective, the plan of action from the Obama administration, Susan Rice, all of the gang there was to try to get Trump impeached right after the election because they couldn't even believe that he won the election. So they covered up their spy.
See, this is rhetoric. Trump couldn't believe he won the election. That has nothing to do with what's going on.
Using the Russia deal, and now that didn't work, so now they're using this to try to get Trump. This is like a Russian oligarch trying to take down our voted-in president.
Our founding fathers created the impeachment process for just this occasion, if there happens to be a president abusing his power. If we didn't have this option, this country would fall apart. It would be destroyed. It'd be taken over by someone like, say, Putin, who started laughing as soon as Trump won. He couldn't believe it either. And he's never stopped laughing. He's laughing today at this. That look at what Putin has done. We are all in chaos. We're now all focused on this. And whether it's Russia or the Ukraine that helped in the election, putting into question what Russia is doing to the United States. Again, this is unbelievable that this is happening. It's so similar, so many parallels between politics and the health and diet community. It's hard to believe. You got these carnivores getting attention for putting into question whether a plant-based diet is healthy or it'll kill you, and fiber is bad. Okay, thanks for watching. Give this video a thumbs down or a thumbs up and subscribe. And share this video to the big vegan YouTubers. They need to know. They need to be warned about Bart K. It was like a year ago I was warning this community that this guy could be a threat. He could really mess up our community like Putin is messing up the United States. And now here we are a year later. He's still there messing things up.